my name is Jessica Burnham. I am the quality manager for Riverside Integrated Solutions, and I've been with the organization for 14 years. So our quality management system, kind of incorporates understanding, first of all, what our customer needs. So we take our customer requirements and want to understand what they need from us, and then we definitely customize that to meet their needs. So we really feel that process control, our strong trained coworkers, as well as continuous improvement, really build our quality management system. It's not just one thing, but it's really kind of a layered approach to ensure that we build products correctly, on time, and to the customer expectations. We ensure product quality, first of all, by defining a plan based on that customer requirements, having that well communicated through our systems and technology, and then educating our coworkers of what those expectations are. So we have 2 IPC trainers on site that help develop our coworkers to understand and identify defects. And then we have a very robust system that helps track that. So things are not escaping and moving on to the next operation. So we want to make sure that that stops there if something is found. And we have an alert system that notifies us if it's outside of those controls.
In 2 to 5 years, I see us as being an advanced contract manufacturer, bringing the forefront of technology to our customers and the products we produce for them each day. The hallmark of our organization really is our customer-friendly approach. We're continually looking at ways in which we can improve the customer experience, and that is what really drives us each day, is how can we do it better for the customers and even the end users then that so rely on those products that we produce for them. At Riverside Integrated Solutions, our program manager group continually looks at ways in which they can improve the service for the customers and then communicates that to our team out on the production floor. We want that value to be seen all the way up through the end product.
We collect quality data with our systems, and from that we can go back and look at where each defect happened. We can see exactly what operation it happened at. We can see who entered it. We can see how it happened. I mean, we can really diagnose where this happened. And so that's how I use it in my position. We also use like a FMEA, and that's what we'll use to analyze a product before it even comes to the floor a lot of times. We will figure out where the problem areas would be and then try to fix them before they occur.
A couple of unique things that I think we do is any coworker at any time can shut down one of these lines or say that there's a problem. So we empower our coworkers to say, wait a minute, I have questions, this isn't what I expected. So I think that's the first step to high quality. We also have different opportunities like a chip form, which is continuously helping improve processes. So it could be something down here on the floor, it could be in your daily work where you're like, this isn't very lean, I'm making defects, we need to make an improvement process change. And we let coworkers bring those to us and say, hey, I need help, or hey, I have a great idea. So we let that happen as well.
Lean processes are a big part of what we do at Riverside Integrated Solutions. One of the bigger projects that I was involved in was smart shelving. And what drove that project was a couple of different needs. The first being that our offline process prior to the smart shelving was very cumbersome, very repetitive, very manual, and our inventory accuracy was the second driving factor. As components become more and more critical and supply chains continue to be more and more stressed, making sure that you have the right amount at the right time becomes even more important. So those two together drove the Cluso shelving, and what that was able to do for us was drive our part pick times from about 1.5 minutes a piece down to 30 seconds a piece. It took our teardown times from about 45 seconds down to 5 to 10 seconds. There was a very manual operation at the beginning of a job for offline where they had to basically combine bill of materials, make sure that all the math was correct, that they were once again doing manually. Now we have a software system that ties into the smart shelving that does all that for them. So in the worst case scenario, that could take 4 or 5 hours, and now it takes the computer just a few seconds to do all that for them. So it freed up their time to do their job, to pick and set up jobs and do it more accurately and more quickly.
We're ISO 9001, and we have actually 3 different registrations with our 3 different segments that we have and we maintain today. Well, our quality management system is really focused on process and risk, I think. I think we do a fair job of understanding where the highest levels of risk are in our business, and we create quality management system tools to manage those risks. We try to understand the interested parties, our external parties, including our customers and our suppliers, as well as our internal team here in terms of being able to properly assemble the products that we build for our customers. We take quality management systems very seriously here, and I think as a result, we've built a really robust and mature quality management system, particularly in our EMS segment, but in general. Our quality manager is extraordinary in terms of really bringing our quality system to a new level, and really, holding each other accountable to first defining those processes, but then to making sure they're sustainable, that they're in compliance, that folks are in compliance in terms of following them. I think unlike some companies who might have the ISO certificate, I think we live our business within the quality management system, maybe a little different than others.
I think what we do well as an organization is really empower our coworkers to be a line of defense for us. So again, if they do not see what they expect, we let them and encourage them to shut that process down and get someone over there to work on that. I think that culture also says, we want quality, and it doesn't mean just pump out the product, but it means build it on time and to the quality standards our customer expects. We are going to be implementing a new advanced quality system. We're working on testing that right now and bringing on new opportunities to use advanced feature modules in that. So right now we track our quality defects, we track calibration and make sure that our preventive maintenance on time. But I'm really excited. This is a much more user-friendly software that I think our coworkers will be able to more easily navigate. It also gives reporting more quickly, dashboards that our management team can use to watch and make sure that things are on track. So that's coming hopefully by early 2022.